Welcome back.
Another video.
Back with another one. Just
another one.
Man, one after another, dude. That's how we work now, bro.
That's how we roll, bro.
Hard work pays off.
Facts.
What else? What's another quote people say?
Hard work.
That's it.
I don't really know. It's probably a lot of quotes.
Hard work, dedication. Hard work, dedication. That's what it is. That's what Mayweather said.
Oh, and Nipsey Hussle said.
Anyway, dude, so good to see you guys. I'm glad you guys are back. Again, just filling your brain with knowledge and
CB Lifestyle Apparel.
Show them some love.
Culture.
Baby.
Check
Just
us out.
go to the
Twitter,
website.
Instagram, Facebook.
Either one. Just scroll through. Just see
If
what
it's on Instagram, you might be able to get a discount code.
Yeah.
Just follow me on Instagram.
You find some of my ideas are in those shirts too. So
Everywhere.
you know what I mean?
Where the truth is in.
Definitely.
The thirst for the truth is in my ideas.
Exactly. Is it?
I'll
We should make a Thirst for the Truth shirt. Maybe we should start making a.
I'll make a shirt.
You know what I mean?
Hey, you
Sure,
can
baby.
wear the shirt, baby.
Come on, Brad.
Gotta have somebody.
Get a hat.
Hat and a shirt.
Shirt.
Some shoes.
Mm-hmm. Make America. What did I say yesterday?
Make America thirsty.
Make America fucking. Ooh, make America thirsty. That's not bad. Or make America make sense again.
Makes sense. Common sense.
Yeah, common sense. We said something about that yesterday.
Yeah. So we were going through some. We had a brief conversation because I was bringing up something that one of our, I guess, Congress
leaders
came up with. And they were like, "We're gonna eliminate
What about if we?
student debt to help racial inequality."
I don't know.
I
don't see it.
I don't see it. That's the same thing I said.
I'm gonna
like,
have to do a lot of research to find out
because
where that.
there's a lot of things that go into that. I just don't see how. I didn't go to college.
No,
Didn't go to college, so
No.
we don't have any student debt.
we're not.
Thank the Lord.
We're super smart because we don't have
So we
it.
have student debt, and we still make good money.
100%.
Right? So I just don't get the whole thing about eliminating student debt. My thing with student debt is, I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Like, you go into something, you sign some paperwork,
Right.
sign a contract,
Right.
you say, I'm going to get this, they tell you how much it's going to cost.
Mhm.
At the time, unless your parents were teaching you about money, you're kind of like, $1,000 a month? Okay, $1,000 a month for 24 months or whatever, I don't know, you know what I mean? You see all this,
Right.
you kind of put it in your head, you should be,
Yeah.
right? And it's going to cost this much. Tuition, I'm looking at tuition for my son's colleges. They're like 50 grand a year, 40 grand a year,
Oh
right?
my
To go
God.
to like a good school
Yeah.
that I think is a good school, or was
Right.
rated as a good school.
Yeah.
So that's, 160,000 for the 4 years of school without going past into
certain
like a different degree.
And what if he fails? Does he have to
You know what I mean? Or going to like a master's or post education where
That's
you
more
get
money?
more
Add on.
money, right?
So, but the thing is it's all about making.
So you know,
getting
but you
a
know this
career
when you're
path.
signing this.
Yeah.
Like, this student debt is not a new thing.
No.
It's something that kids today are right now signing. When we go back to school, kids are going to be signing to go to college.
Right.
They're not going to have grants to cover everything.
Right.
They're not going to have scholarships to cover everything,
No.
and they're still going to sign it and sign it today.
Yeah. Correct.
Right? So my whole thing is, once you signed it or you had your parents sign it, you signed the contract, you got to pay the money.
What does this have to do with inequality and racism?
Well, I'm saying about student debt, period.
Just
I was starting off with
student
student
debt.
debt.
Yeah,
So
I
student debt is that. That's what student debt is.
And a lot of the times too, that's what happens. You go to elementary, middle school, high school, and your parents push you to go to college and pick a major.
Well, because
or
that's
a minor.
just what's being taught.
Yeah,
right?
right,
We're
right.
being taught that you got to go to college.
Yes.
And then there's numbers that say that people go to college make more money than people, or different degrees make more money than people with lesser degrees, like a master's.
You know that ain't true.
Well, it's not true completely.
Yeah.
So master degrees make more than somebody with a bachelor,
Correct.
and these are just numbers. It just depends on what you have your degree in. I think that
Correct.
makes more sense.
What is the job? Somebody goes in for a.
Well, it's a lot of people go into the education field, and the education field doesn't pay well.
Right. Like
Right?
therapy. Like, so people try to become.
I think people who go into like the doctors
Yeah.
or nurses area,
It's a good field, I think.
you know, they get paid,
Yeah.
decent. They get paid well. They get paid good.
Yeah.
I think when people go off of those tracks, you know what I mean, because people need to go to the hospital. They need to go see doctors.
Right. And necessity.
necessity, which I would think education is too, but education doesn't pay well,
Right.
as far as from what I know. So, or from what you can just look at the numbers. And I think people, they choose these, and maybe it's something that you like, or maybe I would think it would hopefully be something you love to do. And if it's something
Yeah,
you love to do,
hopefully, yeah.
then I don't think you really care. You might care about what you get paid, but
Well,
you might not.
When you start learning about something, there's even in school, like I was into like science and history. When you start really getting into it, you build a passion for it. Sometimes that passion that you're going for doesn't really make a lot of money.
Yeah. So you got to think about that.
Yeah.
Especially if you're gonna go into, like, say you want to be a
I always think
what's
about
the ocean
Oh,
people that deal with oceans, or go into like
a marine
biologist. Right. So you're gonna be a marine biologist, and you're gonna spend $200,000 to become a marine biologist.
Right.
I think you need to look into what career that leads to. The whole point of going to college, I thought, to me, was to go in to get a career or a job.
Yeah.
I mean, a career. pretty
Career,
much.
really.
Yeah.
What you're looking for.
And if you're going to career and they telling you the highest
Because
paid,
in their eyes, I believe that whole point is keep all that schooling to stop I don't have to work at Chick-fil-A. I could just go from there to jumping into an internship with a law firm, and then go from there.
well, if you're going to be a lawyer,
Yeah,
that takes
whatever it
more
is.
time, or you're
Yeah.
going to be a doctor, it takes more time.
Right.
But it also is going to accumulate more debt.
100%.
So
It
you
keeps
got to
just
take that in.
compounding. The better, and then take
I think we
that
need to teach you that should be in your head. Like, it's going to be debt. You're going to have a lot of debt.
for sure.
And if you're doing all that time to get a master's degree and you still are not making a lot of money, then that kind of,
It's a waste of
it's
time.
going to be a waste of time. It's going to be tough.
And the thing
So-
is too, you don't even know, like, until you start doing hands-on, you won't even know if you even really like that thing.
If you really even like it. That's
Yeah,
another
that
problem.
sucks.
Right?
It's risky.
Some people will do stuff if they make enough money doing it, but then if you're not liking it and you're not making no money, that's kind of a thing. But I think, again, these all come down to choices, because even then, a lot of people are so stubborn and hard-headed that they'll go into something, they'll get these degrees and stuff, and then they don't make the money, and it's not working out for them.
Yeah.
And they just can't pull away from it.
Yeah, true.
They can't go and try to learn something else while they're working here, and this sucks and it's not paying the
It's not
bills.
for me.
Learn something else while you're doing it. Learn something that makes money. There's something that you maybe like a little more. There's something that makes money.
Yeah.
And I think, what I mean, and this goes what we were talking about with student loans. So the thing was, she's saying, Ayanna Presley was saying, pay off student loan debt. Her real premises behind it was it'll stop racial equality, which I don't understand.
What does one thing have to do with the other thing?
I have no idea
No,
what
well, let's
that.
try to put it together.
I try. I talk with people. So what I'm saying is, first of all, I looked at the numbers. They don't really have numbers that say that, black people, or they said when they do student loan debt, they don't have.
Oh, they don't
race.
have they don't have
There's
a
no
race.
race.
But like this
They
is
said
how
they don't
many-
really have it labeled by race,
Gotcha.
so it's kind of
They don't
hard
have
to
like a
even know
count.
that. First
Yeah,
of all.
yeah.
Secondly, like, if you're gonna eliminate student debt, are you saying you're just gonna eliminate student debt for minorities, or you're gonna eliminate student debt for everybody?
Well, in this case, I think she's talking about.
She says everybody. So if you do that, then you're gonna
I mean, the
eliminate student
majority.
debt for white people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, how does that eliminate the gap?
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. It just eliminates student debt. But what I'm saying is, and when you get to that point, then how long do you eliminate student debt? Do I eliminate student debt this year and further? Forever? Or do I eliminate student debt for the people in the past? And now people are supposed to learn from that and not get into it?
What about are people still in student debt at the
Correct.
time? So yeah,
They haven't finished their
Yeah,
student
yeah,
debt,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Somebody
Haven't
in
finished
college
paying
in
it
the
off.
second year
And
of
they're just
college.
gonna get rid of all that debt?
I don't know. Second year of college right now, and you're like, oh shit, they're gonna get rid of student debt. But then what about third and fourth year of college?
I think it sounds like a beautiful idea, right? When it comes to eliminating the debt entirely, let's say for everybody, not just for a specific race,
Mhm.
but let's say for everybody. I think that would be freaking great. But we don't live in a perfect world that way. That sounds like somebody's not getting paid here.
Some is not getting paid.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna pay it. I guess that they were saying that I guess to pay, you gotta pay it off.
So
I'm guessing that
all
the
schools
government is
for
gonna
free.
pay it.
School's free.
But then
now.
school for free is a whole other thing. There's nothing free.
No.
Because you gotta pay for the building.
Right.
You gotta pay for the people in the building.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta people that pay the people that maintenance the building.
100%.
Right? You gotta pay for the books. You gotta pay for
Keep the lights on.
you gotta pay for all this stuff. So
Yeah.
where's that money come from? That money comes from taxes.
Yeah.
So do our taxes get raised for that? Like there's no.
Yeah.
this-
Where's
this-
the
So I'm
finances?
gonna pay a college person's tuition. We're gonna pay as a country. We're gonna pay all these colleges tuitions,
Yeah.
and they're all their employees.
How?
How?
billionaire. Who's in it? Bill Gates is in this?
I don't know, but somehow our taxes are gonna pay for it. I just don't know
It
where it's
sounds like
coming
this
from.
lady just said some shit, but she has nothing to back it up.
No.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like she's like, I have an idea, and then everybody was
Student
like, what's
loan
the
debt.
idea? And then she said it, and then we went,
No, but people around her were like,
yeah.
yeah, eliminate all the student loan debt.
I don't think so.
Bro, that's your
So
responsibility. It's just like when you go and buy a car. It's like eliminate all car debt.
Right.
When you go buy a car, you sign a contract. They tell you how much the car costs. They tell you how much the interest is.
Right.
These are going to be your monthly
But
payments.
see, you're talking facts.
You're going to pay these monthly payments for 24 months,
Correct.
right? So you can't say like, you know what? I don't want to pay it no more
But
because I don't like the car.
It's the same thing with the movement shit we've been talking about. So like, remember we were talking about the talk. Let's have the talk.
See,
Remember?
the talk is a whole nother.
But that's in a similar context because you're going from some old lady just making a fucking statement and saying this is how we fix it. Nobody's. I mean, I don't know. She had no idea behind how it's actually going to work, right? Well, the same thing with this whole doing the talk thing. Is that a better thing? You having that conversation about how people are treated in the world, which I thought the talk was always the birds and the bees, but
That's
whatever.
what I.
That's what I was raised on. But the talk now is how dangerous the world is outside. How dangerous it is to be a black man, or how dangerous it is to be a white woman, or what, you know.
Mhm.
I don't get it. It's not going to really.
I don't get it.
It pisses me the fuck off though, because if there's a movement behind that, how do you know you're not scaring the shit out of your child?
Well, you are. And I think I've seen the Oprah thing. We were talking about the talk, we went from student debt, but
Yeah.
it's about, we were talking about raising kids, but like I seen the Oprah thing and they were talking about talking to that 5-year-old about this, and I'm like, 5 years old? It's crazy.
It's
The
5?
crazy part,
Dude, it's too early.
I'm like, it's crazy. Like, he's 5, bro. Like, he doesn't even know what the world is. You having to talk with him about like
Very-
racial inequalities and stuff. It's like,
You're gonna put your
That's crazy.
bullshit thoughts
To me,
that
that
you
don't make
came
no
up
sense.
with, your psychopathness in here, and you're gonna go and put it
To
right
fear-
into his
put fear
brain,
in his
put
brain.
fear in his brain because
That's
you
it.
don't know what the fuck's going on.
that's crazy.
I wouldn't. I love my father, but I can't say that we see eye to eye on everything. We live different lives. You know what I mean? So overall, there's some things he says to me, or let's say my mother or my wife, whoever. We just think we're different people, bro. We're not gonna share the same views, right? So let's say your responsibility is to take care of this kid and make sure that she or he doesn't grow up in a world where with her eyes closed, with blinders on, right? Or with her eyes closed completely. You want to make sure that she's able to go out and actually have conversations with other people, and be around other people and not be weird. You might
I'm
make your kid
I'm not
weird.
teaching my kid about my fears.
No,
I'm not gonna put my fears on my son. I'm gonna teach him about danger. What's danger is real.
Yeah.
It's just like people like, I think it was, I don't know who said it, Queen Latifah or Will Smith. I think it was a quote, but they're
Yeah.
like walking down the alley in the middle of the night in New York City is probably dangerous.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's danger. That's danger. There's numbers. There's associations that go on with that make that a dangerous
Yeah.
situation.
for sure.
But fear, I'm not gonna teach them about fears because fears are just, some people have fears of spiders. I don't fear spiders.
Right.
Some spiders are not good.
Yeah.
Some people have fear of heights. They can't go to the top of a building.
Yeah.
That's a fear that somebody developed. Right?
But I'm not going to tell
But that's
my
not
son,
the truth. It's not the truth. Don't mean it's the truth.
tell my
but you
son,
fear.
dude, going up a ladder, even though it is dangerous,
Yeah.
I'm not going to
Every
say
day you
you're
go
going to
out.
die.
But there's numbers
Yeah.
for everything. I had a number. I had posted. I mean,
Yeah.
I screenshotted a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Lightning strikes, car accidents,
We've been
concussions.
here before. Yeah, we've talked
Yeah,
about this before.
so it's like, I'm not gonna teach my son about fear. I'm gonna teach him about danger. There's dangers and stuff. Like, listen,
Yeah.
don't put your hand on the stove.
Yeah.
You'll burn
You're
yourself.
going to burn your hand.
It's hot.
Sometimes they
That's
go,
a fact, though.
"Ow, it
That's
is hot."
real.
And I'm like, yeah.
Because even if whatever color he is, or whatever people he's around, or however age he is, that stove is still hot.
But when they talk about the talk, what are they saying? What are they actually saying?
Well, the talk is like about, you black and, white people gonna look at you differently. Right? Or you gotta worry about police. You gotta, that's what, from what I gained, that's what the talk was. Me, I'm gonna teach my son, you gotta respect the authority, you gotta respect the law. Right? If you get pulled over, you gotta talk to them just like you would talk to
Yeah, anybody.
anybody. But you give them respect. You be like, all right,
That's
so what
the
I
thing.
do.
That's
right?
what they're missing.
When you
on that.
get into a trouble or whatever, you accept whatever that is, right? And then we'll figure it out later. You ain't gotta I think now we at a point where even I'm watching a lot of videos and people are trying to resist arrest. They trying to get into some interaction with the cops.
Yeah, stupid, silly.
And to me it's why are you doing that?
No, there's a consequence to that.
why are you doing that? Like, why? What is the point of that?
Mm.
Like, it ain't even half the time where they can get away.
Yeah, they're just
Like, I know
trying
people
to
that
entice the police or
Broke
something.
free and got away
Mhm.
and ran, and then some people got away, and some people most people get caught.
Yeah.
But like, why are you even trying to like tussle when the guy has you ready to handcuff you? Just go get
Yeah,
handcuffed,
it's silly.
go and fight it in court. You probably get dismissed.
Yeah.
Right, or whatever it is. If
For
you
sure.
know for sure you're wrong, but to fight, I think people are doing it now because it's a trend.
Mhm.
It's a thing now.
You know, a lesson I was taught a long time ago was give respect
To get respect.
to get respect,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's lost
We
in
lost it.
context.
But,
If nobody's paying attention to that anymore,
and that
it's
goes
frustrating.
into a whole nother lane of stuff because I have a lot to say about that. I just think,
There's
again,
a lot of stuff like that
there's
where
a
it's,
lot of-
they can consider it old timey or old school,
Well,
but we were raised
most
by
of
the
the time
fucking old
those
school.
are men, a father and a mother.
That's
teaching
human
that.
beings, bro.
A father and women are teaching that. Now we don't have. Sometimes we don't have fathers.
Yeah.
We don't have somebody
little-
to teach respect.
And especially at that fragile age of 5,
Yeah, that's.
so you're
good.
gonna
not
push
gonna
all this
make
onto this
The
kid.
conversation
And now
doesn't
his
make sense.
yeah, and then you think that it stops then? He doesn't just go out of my 5. He does it at 6, 7, 8 until he's 30.
Yeah, because that's his fear.
That's his fear.
He's putting his fear on him.
So now this kid grows up like a
Every time he sees
crazy
police,
person.
he
Yeah.
freezes.
Yeah, or he wants to fight back.
Yeah, or he thinks it's wrong. Like you're wrong.
Right.
And even
Depending
if you
on
did
what
wrong.
you put into the brain of that poor kid.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
then-
I just don't. I don't see nothing about it. I know we jump from student debt to that, but all this is, I think, responsibility too.
For sure.
Responsibility of parents to teach. Like, listen,
100%.
you're gonna go into debt. Man, if you get into college, you got to do all these degrees. Is it worth it? At the end, are you gonna make the money? Are you gonna be able to repay the debt?
Yeah.
And as far as what she said about eliminating, I don't think that helps with racial inequality. I think that's something that student debt's not going to fix that.
No.
That's something that has to be fixed
Internally.
inside. Yeah, internally.
Yeah.
I don't think you can just fix that by eliminating. People think that's what all these politicians, they go off and they're like, oh, cancel this,
Yeah.
finish this, cancel rent.
Mm.
That's not gonna fix it, man. So at the end of the day, that's another video that we were giving you. We just want to talk about that.
Yeah, I
What's
just
going
thought
on.
it was an important topic to bring. That we need. We kind of need to talk about a few things like this, and I know it's sensitive to some people and stuff like that.
I don't
but
give a fuck.
I don't
if
give
you're
a fuck.
offended.
Yeah, overall, I think it's a
Be offended.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's what our original name for the podcast was.
Offense.
Oh, offense. No offense taken.
Offense taken.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if
I
you're
don't give a
offended.
fuck. And I guess that's what we're gonna call this. Offense fucking
Offense
taken.
taken. So if you cry, cry.
Cry.